What's up, folks? It's your boy Locke, and today I'm going to be bringing you to another day in my life. So aside from being a personal trainer, I'm also a Muay Thai coach, but I also coach kickboxing and boxing. If anything, actually my favorite martial art is kickboxing, and I'll talk a lot more about that today, as well as my experience doing some amateur fights. And today I've got Mandy with me. So she's warming up now, skip roping, get a bit of rhythm in and warming up, and then we'll get to it. So I'll catch y'all in a sec. Good, okay. Good. There you go. So I just finished my first session with Mandy, and I'm just gonna quickly go through what I try and teach in my session before I head off to Kelly as well as Neil for my next sessions. Number one, we do a lot of pad work, and initially when I first coach a new client, I don't, because I wanna make sure they get the right technique. And it's really important to throw correctly because you end up developing really poor form and technique, and it just becomes a mess later on. So usually at the beginning of a session, I will do a lot more technique work and pads. Now, obviously with people that I already train, they've already developed that technique, so I can do a lot more pads. But initially when I first meet a beginner, it's just a mess, and we cannot go into pads right away, otherwise everything is completely wrong. Now, what you'll notice is that after pads, I'll do a bit of sparring if obviously the client's comfortable, but they've developed enough technique to the point where I think it's not gonna ruin them sparring, and they won't get super nervous, because what you'll find with beginners is they get really nervous and then get super stiff, and then all the technique goes out the window. And as you notice, that was really good already. Whereas the first time sparring, everyone just doesn't know what they're doing. Their technique gets completely thrown off. Now, with women, I tend to try and teach them a little more self-defense techniques, because at the end of the day, it's true. And obviously we have to teach men not to touch women and stuff, but these things do happen in this world, and I want to make sure that the women that train with me are comfortable knowing what to do in that scenario. And 9 times out of 10, guys are going to try and grab women. So what do I teach them? Knee and elbow, and also learning how to clinch. So the clinch is the position that we were in just now, where I'm hugging her and holding her tight. So what do you do in those situations? You got to learn how to sweep, throw people, knee, elbow, and that's roughly the gist of it. Now, I don't want to go on for too long because I can talk about this forever, but I'm going to head to my next couple of sessions and meet y'all after that. So I'll see y'all then. Bye. Yeah, so for example,
It was at this moment that she knew she fucked up.
So I just finished my session with Kelly. Unfortunately, Neil's not feeling well and under the weather. Quite a lot of people are ill right now in Hong Kong, so yeah, hope he gets better soon. And I might see him tomorrow if he doesn't feel too bad. But now I'm gonna head out for a run. So it's just an easy 4.5K by the Central Harbor front. So I'm gonna take y'all with me. And yeah, that's all I've gotta say. Putting on my shoes now, and see y'all there. So I'm just starting my 4.5K run now. It's a dead easy run. So I'm guessing for a conversational easy run, conversational pace, probably 5:30, 6-minute pace. Just started running a month ago, so I want to make sure I take it easy. I had really bad plantar fasciitis a couple of years ago fighting, so I want to make sure I manage that. A lot of people I've noticed when they first start running is they add way too much mileage, and they go way too hard, redlining every time. For those of y'all who don't know what redlining means, it just means hitting very high heart rate per minute, and that's not good. You generally want to work on the zone 2, zone 3 range, build your aerobic base, which allows you to end up doing better runs, bigger runs, and faster runs without burning out. So that's currently the goal. Right now, my split is 3 days of running a week, and then obviously I've got one more with the run club, so technically 4, but nothing is longer than 7 kilometers. I think I might have an 8K run next week, but other than that, dead easy. So yeah, and for y'all who don't know Hong Kong very well, that's the kind of view you can expect running along the harbor. And unfortunately, it's very cloudy today, so you don't get any good views, but hopefully we'll get a little bit along the harbor later. So catch y'all when I hit 1K or about 1.5. So just heading into my second kilometer, just finished my first K. Feeling a bit more tired than usual today. I think because the night before yesterday, I didn't get as much sleep. I was exhausted, but got 8 and a bit hours this morning, so feeling quite good. But I've only had a banana this morning and a coffee, so definitely feeling a little more tired. So I need to make sure this easy run's not too difficult, because as you can see, I'm already panting at a 5:30 pace. The goal, I think, for my zone 2 runs is to stay below 152 beats per minute, but hit a 5 kilometer per K pace, and that'll put me in a really good position to hopefully hit sub 20 by the end of the year. So I'll catch y'all later in the second kilometer. Sorry, end of second. What's up? This is just closing up the second kilometer and heading into the third. I was at a 5:06 pace, which is a bit faster than I expected, but feeling a little more warm. I'm just running along the harbor front as you saw previously, and I'm heading towards Wan Chai. As you can see, that's our Wan Chai Expo. So I'll actually be heading there later for the pet convention. My friend, good friend of mine, Royce, him and his cousin run a pet store. And what's up, Danny? May? So gonna head there later and help out. But for now, I'm gonna finish off this third K and meet y'all there on the fourth. So I just realized I'm actually running 4.5. So the kilometer landmarks don't actually make sense. But yeah, I think I need to slow down my pace a little bit, because I'm definitely hitting zone 3 now, according to my watch. And that's not really what we want, even though it still feels easy. But it's not terrible. You don't have to get super fast. I know a lot of people are a bit more anal, like, oh, you have to stay in zone 2, but I'm not too concerned. But anyway, we've reached a classic landmark, which is the Wan Chai, I believe it's called Wan Chai Golden Bohemia, but everyone just shortens it to the Bohemia Square. And usually this is where a lot of people turn, or they'll keep going towards the Wan Chai Ferry and even further east. But for now, I'm gonna turn back because it's only 4.5 and get back to the gym. But before all that, I've still got 1.7K left, which is pretty easy, super chill run. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. So I'm just closing in on my last 1 kilometer. Pace is a bit slower, and I think I'm probably heading at about 5:30 pace per kilometer now, and that's feeling really good. So yeah, we got 1 more K left, and check out the views to finish off. So as you can see, that was my starting point, the wheel over there. That's usually where I start my runs. Sometimes I go east, which is down that way. Sometimes I go west, which is forward that way. And amazing runs. Unfortunately, today it's a bit cloudy and rainy. Thank goodness it's just drizzle, so it didn't stop me from running. But I definitely noticed that it's much more slippery running on this ground today. So I definitely use a little more anterior tibialis, which is the front part of your shin on the right side or your left foot. And that's definitely getting a bit more tired because I want to make sure I grip the floor, but usually I run much more relaxed. But yeah, finishing up, and I'll see you at the finish line. Just finished. The average pace throughout the workout was 5:14. On a scale between 1 to 10, I'd probably say that was a moderate effort, but it should have been an easy run. But it's okay. It definitely won't break the bank in terms of fatigue. And I'm sure after eating my breakfast later, which is, guess what? Of course, a bunch of oats, I'm gonna feel much better. So I'm gonna head back to the gym, shower, and then eat lunch.
What's up? I've just fast forwarded to lunch. Actually, I had lunch at the gym after I showered because I brought my oats, but I couldn't finish it because I was just so full. But I bumped into a mysterious guest, another one, and here we are. So my mysterious guest is my girlfriend, Jasmine. So we're gonna have food at this place. It's famous for its wonton, and it's noodles. So I'm gonna show y'all what we've got later. So we just got our food. It literally took 3-4 minutes. So everyone's very efficient in Hong Kong. As you can see, I just got some wonton noodles. What are these called in English? I don't even know. Egg noodles, I guess, with wontons. Dad's got, I think, wonton as well with fish balls. And I guess rice noodles, call it, flat rice noodles. And then these are, I don't even know what it's called, tong choy. But yeah, it's got bean curd sauce. So we're really excited. We've come here a couple times. I think it's pretty famous here in Hong Kong. So yeah, I'm gonna dig in. See y'all later. So unfortunately, it was quite cramped and packed in our lunch area, so I couldn't really film too much. Food was obviously awesome, but I'm sure I'll be there at another point in time, so I'll show y'all next time. Right now, we've just gone to a coffee shop. It's a local one. There's quite a few, and actually, if y'all remember, Craft, this is where I went with my grandma. So the one I went to with her was in Kowloon side, and now we're in the Hong Kong side branch. I believe there's a few actually, but this is the exterior, and it's beautiful. Look at that. I'll get to see everything. And yeah, I'm not having a coffee because I already had one this morning. And if I have a second one, I'm definitely gonna be super anxious and jittery. My girlfriend just got I believe, did you get a latte? A latte, so let's take a look and see what it looks like. So that's a hot latte. And yeah, good apparently. So yeah. Gosh, I love Hong Kong. It's so easy to travel in between places. There's so many different options on public transport. We've got MTR, so for those of you who don't know, that's our metro or subway. And then we've also got buses, and if you really need a cab as well, which is not expensive at all. So yeah, plenty of options. You don't need your own car. And now I'm gonna fast forward to the destination because I need to find my way there and I don't wanna get lost while vlogging. So I'll catch y'all in a second. So it's been 2.5 hours and it's honestly just flown by. Look how busy it is. And this was nowhere close to how busy it was originally. And it's just come wave after wave. I know I'm not technically meant to film, but I've asked my mate and he said it's actually all right. So yeah, that's the store, Petal. And yeah, super cool. So they do natural stuff, as you can see here. We got wet wipes, home care, daily care. Yeah, all natural ingredients. I mean, I literally just got on the job like 2 hours ago, so I got pretty overwhelmed by product information, but it was a lot of fun. And it made me realize that, because I used to work at Lululemon and I was a sales educator there, or that's what they call it anyways. And we were standing there for 6-7 hours a day. And honestly, it's really tiring. Builds a lot of character as well, because you're going to constantly get rejected. People will not want to take your leaflets, but it's a brilliant experience. And yeah, honestly, just helping a mate, and an hour in, I was already starting to fatigue. Honestly, I think it's more tiring than coaching Muay Thai. And you'd think coaching Muay Thai is tiring. I think this is worse. But yeah, it was a great experience. And if you're based in Hong Kong, definitely check out this brand, Petal. Yeah, and that's my mate over there, Royce. So yeah. As for now, I'm gonna take off and I'll probably see y'all at dinner because I'm going to Gran's. So catch y'all later. Just got off the minibus. I'm absolutely knackered and I'm just heading to Grandma's now. So I'm really excited to get food. I'm already a couple minutes late. I left the expo slightly later than anticipated, but it was a good one. I would love to film dinner at Gran's, but mom and dad are there and they prefer to stay off social media. So unfortunately, y'all won't get to see Gran, but I'll catch y'all after dinner. See y'all soon. So I just finished dinner at Gran's and I'm walking home. Very grateful that I get to eat with my family every Saturday night, and food's always great. And I'm always full, food combing, ready to go home and sleep. But before I do that, it's 8:30 p.m. and I need to get some editing done because I'm a little behind on that. But I hope the videos that come out are awesome so that y'all can enjoy it. And yeah, I will catch y'all before I go to bed. See yous in a bit.